Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. I'm kind of depressed. Kind of depressed that the Lakers only lost by one last night, which was kind of shocking, but whatever. Alexa, play 96.7 for me.
96 FM from Anthony's iHeartRadio.
Want to know, I still win.
Anyway, that was kind of shocking. But, guys, welcome back into another video, and today we got our Week 9 NFL reactions. Make sure you guys do tune in a little bit later because the power rankings will be coming out sometime today or even tomorrow. So you guys stay tuned for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into it. My Week 9 NFL reactions. We're starting out with that Thursday Night Football, of course, with the Titans at the Steelers. I would say this game was kind of slow. I didn't really get to see much of it. I guess Pittsburgh gets the B tier, and we'll get the Titans to C. Once again, this was just kind of a slow game. I didn't really get to see much of it until the second half, but Will Levis kind of struggled, 22 for 29. I wouldn't say struggled. 262 in a pick. Kenny Pickett, 19 for 30, 130 and a touchdown. If you just look at the Steelers, I would just say that this team is not the best team, but they have one of the most electrical head coaches in the league, and all they do is just find ways to win games. That's basically what all Pittsburgh does. As you can see in the stat line here, that basically just tells you that. Plus, their defense was good. 4 sacks, forced an interception, even forced a fumble. Steelers' defense was just on a roll in this game. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their defense didn't really do anything, but they only allowed 20 points somehow. Receiving game was pretty bad, but not a bad performance from Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee's 0-4 in a row, goddamn. But yeah. I guess I don't really have nothing to say about the game, honestly. All right, next we have the Rams at the Packers. I do want to skip this game because this game was an absolute shit show. But I do want to we'll give the Packers a B because it just wasn't the best performance out of the least. All right, so starting off with the Rams, we can't do anything without Matthew Stafford. 1328 with only 130 in his pick. Our rushing was not good at all. Our receiving was not good. I mean, Cooper Kupp only getting 2 receptions is pathetic. And our defense, once again, you can't blame the defense the way how we're losing games. We're losing games because of our offense. Meanwhile, looking at the Packers, their defense didn't really do too much either, but I mean they did force 3 fumbles, which was absolutely insane. Actually, no, Green Bay fumbled the ball 3 times. Rams fumbled the ball 2 times. Okay. Anyway, this wasn't the best performance out of the Packers, but it was at least enough for them to win. And the Rams, we did pick up Carson Wentz. I don't think that helps us a lot. So we'll see how things go next week. Luckily, we got the bye coming up. Next we got the Dolphins at the Chiefs. Once again, not the best performance out of these two. I mean, they both could have done better. So I'm gonna give them a B and a C as well. I mean, good credit to the Dolphins. They at least came back and almost won this game after getting smacked 21-0. But I will give Dolphins some credit because they allowed no points in the second half. So I'll give them credit where it's due. Tua had a good day. Rushing, could have been better, but I'm not going to disagree about it. Receiving probably could have been better. Tyreek Hill was under 100 yards for the day. Jalen Waddle only had 3 receptions. So you got to give credit to the Kansas City's defense there. Miami did get real careless with the football. And their defense did not perform good in the first half, but it did in the second half. So I think that's a simple C tier. Meanwhile, looking at the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, he had a bounce back game, 20 for 30, 2 TDs. Either rushing or receiving wasn't really that good for Kansas City. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he did fumble the football once, but their defense, once again, their defense did good in the first half, but kind of, and they still did good, but just a lot of points in the second half. So it's a good B tier for me. All right, next we have the Vikings at the Falcons. Man, both these two teams really play well. We'll give Atlanta. Actually, we're gonna give both of them A's. But I'm gonna talk about the Vikings first. I was very impressed how they got the job done, even without. I was very impressed. Like I said, in the predictions video, I was wondering how the Vikings were gonna play without Kirk Cousins, and I don't think this team changed. Joshua Dobbs, 20 for 30, 158, 2 TDs. That's a good Vikings debut. Rushing wasn't really that good for Minnesota, but the receiving, everybody looks like they got involved with at least 2. Well, majority of everyone always had 2 receptions. This defense continues to impress me. And meanwhile, Falcons, another game that they let me down on. I mean, Taylor Heinicke, he didn't have the best game, but he probably should have done a little bit better. Atlanta's rushing was terrible. Their receiving was pretty good. So you can see here, 5 for 100, 3 for 60, 4 for 56. That's acceptable. But what's not acceptable is that you're fumbling the football. And yeah, and your defense did good enough to win the game, but it's just not enough. What I got nothing to say about that. Next, we have the Cardinals at the Browns. What, we're not even gonna react to people playing that as a little bit. But I will say something about the Cardinals, though. You guys are going to get Kyler Murray back next week, so maybe some things are rising up to your equation. But do I really have to sit here and react to this game? I mean, this game was just an absolute ass kicking. Next, we have the Commanders at the Patriots. Man, I was very impressed with Washington. Man. I was really impressed with them. I'll give them a B. I don't think it was an A-tier performance, but I would give the Patriots a D. I know they only lost by 3 points. They only scored 17 points, but I was just expecting better out of them. So taking a look at Washington, I mean, Sam Howell had okay day, 29 for 49, a TD in the pick. It's just that Washington, they did. I don't think Washington played really good. I mean, they played well, but I don't think they played since you know what I mean. But for the Patriots, I just expected more out of them in this game. I just expected more. Matt Jones, I expected him. Stevenson, he did good. Okay, I'll be there. Receiving, I expected way more from the receiving because Commanders' defense is terrible at the pass. And both teams, and their defense got 3 sacks on Sam Howell and also picked them off once. So once again, I'm going to do the Patriots a C here because they didn't perform that bad. They just were in the losing end of this. But anyway, that game was dead even from start to finish. So probably these 2 for making it close. All right, next we have the Bears at the Saints. This might shock you guys a little bit. Actually, I got to put the Saints in B tier. I guess we'll have another C tier, B tier combo. Tyson Bagent, I mean, he was okay, 18 for 30, 2 DDs, but he threw a whopping 3 interceptions though. Chicago's rushing, pretty bad for the most part. Besides Tyson Bagent, 8 for 70, which is actually pretty good. Receiving was okay, 5 for 82, 6 for 55, well, not bad. Chicago did get way too careful with the football. You can't have 3 fumbles. And their defense did terrible. As you can see, they got no sacks and also no interceptions. The defense got worked here, and that's why they lost. Meanwhile, looking at the Saints, Derek Carr definitely did show up in this game, and that was one of my key factors to this game because they wanted to win. He had 2 touchdowns. Rushing was pretty lousy for New Orleans. That's why I can't put him in the A tier. Also, receiving wasn't really that good either because Derek Carr doesn't really like to throw the ball, but when he did, he got everyone active, and their defense did just enough to win the game. So this was just a solid B tier performance by the Saints. All right, next we have the Seahawks at the Ravens. Another game that I am not going to sit here and react because once again, it's a plain and simple ass whooping, which I just wasn't expecting, I guess. But I will say this about the Seattle. That was probably one of the worst performances we ever seen Seattle Seahawks play in in forever. All right, next we have the Buccaneers at the Texans. I think both these 2 teams get S. I really do. I think both teams played their best football this game, honestly. So taking a look at the Buccaneers, the losing end of this, Baker Mayfield had a good game, 21 for 30 and 2 TDs. Tampa Bay's rushing was okay, but it wasn't the best though. But the receiving really took up the rushing game. I mean, Mike Evans had 4 for 70. Kate Otten had 6 for 70 and also 2 touchdowns. I mean, this game was just electric. It was just absolutely electric. And Tampa Bay's defense did enough to win the game, but they just didn't win. Meanwhile, for the Texans, C.J. Stroud, I think is the Rookie of the Year right now. I think he's locked to win the Rookie of the Year award after this performance. 30 for 42, 470 yards and 5 touchdowns. Oh yeah, he has to win. Just give him the award right now. Houston receiving, rushing, not good, but the receiving was good. Noah Brett, this Texans team literally had 3 players with 100 plus receiving yards. Like that is amazing. Plus your receiving scored 5 touchdowns. They get a little bit careless with the football, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the fact that this game was really fun and entertaining to watch from start to finish. So props to you two for making it fun. All right, next we have the Colts at the Panthers. Really nothing much to say here other than the fact that the Colts beat the Panthers, and yeah, there's just really not much to say here. I mean, I don't really, besides Bryce Young, he had a really struggling game. 24 for 39, a touchdown and 3 interceptions. Yeah, there's just really nothing to say about this. I mean, there's just really nothing to say. I watched this game for a little bit because there was other games that were more entertaining than this. But yeah, I really got nothing to say here. I really don't. All right, next up we got the Giants at the Raiders. Once again, another game that I'm not going to react. Or I'm not going to pull up the stat line. Because once again, it was an absolute ass whooping. But give credit to the Raiders, man. Give credit to the Raiders. Josh Jacobs did have 2 touchdowns. I mean, everything that I needed to see was right here. So, yeah, give credit to the Raiders, man. The Raiders definitely had their best performance. But I'm going to say, yeah, I got to give them an S tier, right? Either S or A. I mean, yeah, I'll give them an S because I don't think they ever had like an ass whooping game like this before. And once again, the Giants, unfortunately, gets an F. I mean, you'll score 6 points against the Raiders defense. Yeah, I'm not reacting that. Next, we have the Cowboys at the Eagles. And I know a lot of people picked Dallas to win this game, but I proved y'all wrong. I knew Philadelphia was going to win, but I will say this. Dallas deserved to win that game. They really did, but the Eagles pulled through. Dak Prescott had a good game. Oh, yeah, I forgot to rate these 2 teams. We'll give them Eagles. Eagles getting, we'll go both A. They both get A. So starting off with Dallas, it was just a good performance out of him. Wrestling was really good. Your receiving was productive. Everybody got involved. Your defense did enough to win the game. I guess, wow. I'm like just looking at the stat line. I'm really shocked that Dallas did not win this game. But now we got the Eagles. They performed good too, even though Jalen Hurts got injured during the game. But I think he'll be fine. But anyway, he performed pretty good in this outing. Rushing was okay, not the best, but it was kind of expected because Dallas' rushing game is pretty good. Receiving basically kept them in this game all game long. A.J. Brown had a touchdown. Devontae Smith had a touchdown. They get a little bit careless with the football, but I mean, I expected both teams to get careless with the football because both teams forces a lot of fumbles. And then, as you can see, both defenses played about a good game. But Philly had 5 sacks, and that's basically why they won this game. So this was a very entertaining game. This should have been like a prime time game. I'm surprised it wasn't a prime time game. All right, after that we have the Bills at the Bengals. I'm gonna give the Bills a B. I don't think they performed that bad. I'll give the Bengals an A. Or did we give them a B? Yeah, we'll give them an A. All right, so starting out with Josh Allen, he threw a bad pick, but recovered that, bounced back from that for the touchdown. Rushing was pretty terrible for Buffalo. Receiving was not bad. I mean, both teams. I mean, I can talk about both teams here because they basically had the same thing. Joe Burrow had a good game. Both rushing was terrible. Both receiving was pretty good, but I would like to see Jamar Chase get more active for the Bengals. Baltimore, then yeah, Kincaid didn't fumble the football. And both defenses actually played really well in this game. It's just the Bengals just got on the winning side of this. So, yeah, it was a shocker, but I guess that is what it is. Alright, ending off, we got Monday Night Football, and that was between the Jets and the Chargers. I think the Jets performed like shit in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was an F-tier performance. And I'll give the Chargers that. I mean, you have to respect to the Chargers. They just shocked me. I thought the Jets were gonna win the trap game, but obviously there's really nothing really to look at here. But Justin Herbert did not throw a touchdown, and this one was pretty shocking. I think all their touchdowns came from the rushing game. Yeah, because no receivers had a touchdown. Defense got 8 fucking sacks. Now the Jets defense played good again. I think it was their offense that let them down. I think they're just like the Rams. Their offense is letting them down. The defense is doing their job. All right, and that is my Week 9 NFL reactions. Make sure you guys do like, subscribe right here to my YouTube channel. We're on our way to 70 subscribers. And without further ado, I'm gonna hop off and get this thing edited so you guys can watch it on time. Okay, so this is Big B, side of MondaysNation.com. Peace out. We'll see you guys in the next one.